Sir, what would you say about this 48th annual conference, Ocean and Law and Policy, sir?
So this conference is mainly aimed towards to have a governing mechanism for the ocean in terms of both the law as well as policy. Of course, what are the rules and regulations and how do we implement the rules and regulations in the ocean? So you can say that how the living resources, non-living resources and various forms of energy and everything, how do we harness, what lawfully we can do. So that is the main thing. So basically you can see that UNCLOS, so law of the sea, United Nations law of the sea, and in that there are about two, three things are there. One is Seabed, International Seabed Authority, and there is other one Commission of Law, Convention of Continental Shelf, and there is about ITLAS, International Tribunal for Law of the Sea. So all this comes under UNCLOS. Under that, what are the governing mechanism for the law of the sea? That's it. It's like we are looking at the criminal law here or maybe civil law. Similarly, in ocean, what are the law and what are the governing principles? They are going to discuss on this. But I am only pointing out what are the challenges in the Indian Ocean, what are the opportunities are there and what are the challenges are there. How to tackle that opportunities and also how do we cope up with the challenges and then how the law and policies matter for these challenges.
One more question regarding this earthquake. We are seeing an earthquake in many places today's time. So what is the reason behind that, and do you think this is the major issue at this time?
See, unfortunately, earthquake we cannot predict. We cannot know, and also now whatever earthquake is happening, yes, in North India, the tectonic plate is moving, whatever the things, we are able to get more and more earthquake in the northern region. But we have to understand, because various now seismometers we have installed, from that various observation we try to understand what is the process and other things. Of course, it is unlike atmosphere and ocean, the predictability of earthquake is not there. There is no science. So we cannot say what is exactly the cause and why it is sudden increase in the earthquake of such a magnitude. We cannot say that.
Thank you.
So you want to talk about maritime security? What are the threats? What are the threats in our Indian Ocean region, sir?
See, threats, basically when you are talking about maritime security, it is not only threat in all forms of, as I told, it is a climatic threat, non-climatic threat, as well as various other policy and other issues. There are a lot of threats. So how do we cope up with these challenges? That is the main thing which we look at it. Even you can say that simple climate change is a threat. In marine heat wave is a threat. And now in Indian Ocean, maybe the tropical regions, these fish species and other things may migrate towards mid-latitude. Then what is the protein availability in this region? That is also a threat. So there are various threats are there. So we need to tackle. How do we do? How do we manage? That is more.
And so there are two speakers from Sri Lanka and Malaysia. They talked about under the sea, the telecommunication cables.
Yeah, cable, yeah. See, ocean is a source of opportunity. Not only telecommunication cable, somebody, it is there. See, anything you install, for that threat will be there.
Right, sir.
So you have to protect.
So we look forward for the second 2 days, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Professor Ronan Long, you at the World Maritime University, Sweden. So this conference about laws and policies. So what what is the, you want to take it after day 3? What is you going to achieve out of this?
Thank you for the great question, and it's really wonderful to be here. I think the big takeaways are regional solutions for some of the big issues, maritime security, resource issues, biodiversity, and I think perhaps one of the most important ones is related to climate change and the impacts on climate change on human health. I think that is quite critical. So we will be working with the various delegates as well as those that are presenting papers towards solutions which we will publish in a book. And I think the Indian Ocean rim states can provide an example to the global community as to how to cooperate and work on regional solutions to some of the most difficult challenges faced by the ocean and maritime communities in the world today. So, thank you.
The Secretary said about the Indian Ocean 6 months, then it reverses its course, which he said is unique to the Indian Ocean. So what is the major ecological challenge for that?
The ecological challenges are that, climate change, the ocean is heating up, we have increased acidification, we have biodiversity moving, we have the loss of traditional fishing grounds, we have ecosystems which are at the point of extinction, and I suppose the most important challenge is there are human implications for food security and ecological security, and I think we saw in some of the wonderful keynote presentations this evening that these are the big challenges that are not faced by one country but faced by all countries in the region.
What's U.S. role, the U.S. Naval College, what's their role into this?
The Stockton Center of International Law at the United States Naval War College is the host for the conference. This conference goes back 48 years. For maybe 44 of those years it was hosted by the University of Virginia, and everybody retired, so the United States Naval War College took over the conference series. But it's an academic conference. It's not a military conference. It's a conference looking at international law and the big global issues as well as regional issues and regional solutions.
And we have speakers and participants from the Asia Pacific region?
We have most of the speakers and participants are from Indian Ocean rim states, but we also have speakers from right across the world. We have 12 panels as well as an opening session, and I think 6 keynote addresses, so very, very important.
So we look forward
to be done. So
Thank
really
you,
looking
sir.
forward to it, and thank you so much.